Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new profile on Eurotruck Simulator 2. How great is this? Look at us sweeping through ProMods like this. I forget what city we're starting in. Pretty sure it is... I don't know. I think it's in Italy. I think we went to Italy so that I had a quick way to get over to Eastern Europe. Yeah. We're in Italy somewhere. So I wanted a quick way to get over to Eastern Europe so that when ProMods... Oh, look at this FOV. I'm not sure about that. I'm also not sure about this man dashboard wood thing we got going on. Woody wagon. But we're going to fix the FOV. And I think we might go with this. What do you say? But anyway, as I mentioned, we're on a brand new profile. We're going to call this The Famous YouTuber. Famous isn't really a word that... I don't know how to get out of here. Is it that way? Famous really isn't a word anybody should use to describe this channel, because at the time of making this video I have 4 subscribers. But we're doing a brand new profile because I really got my settings worked out. Ooh, turn right there? No, it's after this.
Right turn ahead.
Come on, Tim. I think I'm using
Turn
Tim,
right.
the Tom voice. But, yeah, I really have a good setup right now with this game. I got Naturalux working smooth AF in 4K. ProMods running really well. So the only reason I'm not actually uploading in 4K is because YouTube has an issue with Samsung Smart TVs where even if I upload in 4K, it won't play it that way. It has a bunch of jumps and skips and stutters if I actually try to play back a video in 4K. I know that's weird. What's even weirder is that it is only in-game that it does this. So, like, what's going on here? In the menus, it's totally fine, smooth as butter, 4K video, no problem. But as soon as I get moving in the truck, it drops to like 2, I kid you not, like 2 FPS. And that ain't gonna fly, right? So we are, I play in 4K, but I upload in 1440. And I found this to result in better quality videos than playing in 1440p and recording in 1440p. So that is why you're watching a 1440p video. And the thing is, most devices are 1440p. So my phone and my tablet are both 1440p devices. And I'm speeding. Whoops. And so it just made sense to keep my uploads to 1440p. I feel like the world isn't on to 4K yet. And since there's no... Honestly, the problem is YouTube is not on 4K. I could do it, but YouTube is not there yet. But yeah, getting back to our start location. We are in the city, apparently, of Bari in Italy. And we're starting here because I want to have a home garage close to the Black Sea DLC when that becomes available on ProMods. If you're up with ProMods right now, then you know that you actually can't play the new DLC in ProMods. You have to get rid of ProMods because they have not found a way to integrate it with their map yet. I think they had a lot of that area already mapped, and they need to
go around the roundabout.
Decide what they're going to do with keeping some of that new stuff from the latest DLC versus
take the exit.
Using what they had already done. Or maybe they'll just keep the new DLC. I'm not sure, but they are not either, which is why we can't play it yet. So the current ProMods 243, it goes over to the edge of that DLC, but you can't actually get in it. But everything else works. The new Corsica island between Italy and France, that was added also in the latest update from SCS at the 1.36 level. And you can play that. So, and the performance is fan-freaking-tastic. That's a lot of why I've chosen to restart this new profile, is that I am just getting a level of performance out of this game that I would have never, I kind of never would have thought it was possible to play the game in this kind of quality. So it's really nice. Yeah, 4K. Graphics are almost maxed. I think I play with anti-aliasing actually only at high, not ultra. And that's truly because I think it might look better. You know, we're playing in 4K. We don't really need the anti-aliasing. And it it seems better on YouTube. Like, it seems, since YouTube compresses things and they often get a little blurrier than you meant, it's almost like automatic anti-aliasing to leave it slightly off on the video that you're going to present. So that is the reason for that. But everything else, also my mirror distance is only at high, not, oops, almost went to second gear instead of eighth. I can't tell what we're doing here, folks, but my mirror distance is only on high, not ultra, because the performance hit you take for putting your mirrors on ultra is pretty brutal. Thank you, Pepsi guy. Anyway, so I really thought this would be a quick trip. Usually your first trip on a new profile is quick, but this one is quite a lengthy one. Still pretty short by real Eurotruck standards, but for a first trip, like, they're normally just deliver something in the same town, but this looks like we're having a bit of a drive. And I had a kind of fun idea. In the past, when I've done these new profiles, we have done them kind of just to try to rank up quickly and be able to buy a truck. And, you know, that's cool, but on some of the profiles I've done, it gets a little bit boring because some of the same jobs are the most lucrative over and over again. And that just doesn't make for very fun-looking gameplay. So what we're going to do this time is actually purposely take a tour around ProMods. So I think we're going to start in Italy and kind of go counterclockwise around the coast. So that'll mean up into proper Europe and over to France. I'm speeding a little bit, my bad. Oop, there's a car next to me. Anyway, we're going to be heading over into Europe proper. Are you getting off the highway? Is that what's going on in your car? He can't make up his mind, but heading over to, you know, up into Europe, then down into France, down into Spain, up the west coast of France, and then into the UK, and then, you know, I don't know if it's really necessary to go all the way around Iceland. I might just kind of hit it and then come back into, I don't know, maybe the UK, or maybe we'll hit Sweden, or maybe Western Europe. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll take a tour around Europe. We'll hit all the way up to the north part of the Danish DLC. What was that? What was that called? The Scandinavian DLC. We'll get up there, hit Russia on the way back down, and then Eastern Europe. And then by that time, it's very possible that the new DLC will be available. And when I say new DLC, I mean the Black Sea DLC will be available within ProMods. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I was really hoping that car would get out of my way, but so that's the plan, to try to take a tour around Europe. I think that'd be a fun way to play, and if anything, you know, exciting comes up, we'll hit it. We're free, but I just the way the game is performing for me right now, I really just want to take full advantage of it. I'm about as addicted as I've ever been to this game, which is saying something, because it's gotten out of hand before. I'm just going to give these guys some room. You know how the AI is with merging. But yeah, between, oh, that FCP trailer, so ugly. I've tried to configure my mods well to get rid of default Eurotruck trailers, but what can you do? I have the ProMods Companies and Trailers pack. I think I have SISLs, or is it ISIL? Whatever, you know who I mean, the guy that makes the mega pack for interior decorations and stuff. I have his trailer pack, and I have like 7 or 8 Jazzy Cat traffic mods, and so the fact that we're still seeing default SCS trailers is kind of just, I was gonna say alarming. It's just weird. I don't get it, but we're seeing them. Can't help it. Doing what I can. I'm really, I'm quite surprised that we have such a long trip for our first journey on the famous YouTuber profile. But this appears to be the case. What are we hauling? Is it gravel, right? Gravel to Rome. Hit an ExoMar spot. We still got 4 hours to go. This is a long first video. Sorry about this. Hope you like my voice because you're getting a lot of it. This is going to be a long one. Do I have enough fuel for this? Yeah, I got 2,200 kilometers worth of fuel left. So we're good. And no stops for fuel. Should be good on sleep. Yep. So hopefully most videos will not be quite as long as this one sounds like it might be. But hard to say. Oh, also, if you're wondering how I so naturally am looking about the cab and whatnot, we are running with Track IR Pro. So just standard Track IR. It comes with a little clip, like a little metallic, I mean, it's a metal clip with some little metallic stickers on it, I guess you'd call them. And 3 or 4 of them stick up, and the light reflecting off of those little reflecty bits it's picked up by a camera that goes on the top of your monitor and looks back at you. And it pretty much can triangulate the angle of your head by using the position of those 3 reflecty stickers on the metal clip that goes on your hat, which, yes, you have to wear a hat if you're going to use Track IR, unless you have Track IR Pro, which is actually a little clip that clips onto the side of my headphones and has 3 corresponding LED lights that reflect back at the camera that goes on your monitor and looks back at you. And so when I turn my head left and right or up and down, it looks around the cab, and it's actually incredibly natural, and I absolutely will not play the game without this, unless, speed limit dropped to 70 right there, unless we're playing in VR. And I think am I running a retarder instead of an engine brake? I forget. I don't drive man trucks very often, and I'm running EVR sounds on this one, and I know he doesn't make very loud engine brake sounds. I guess the American in me is used to running engine brakes, but I guess in Europe you guys seem to do retarders most of the time. To each his own. I like that big American Jake brake sound. Speed limit went back up to 80, and I wasn't paying attention. Didn't notice it. Looks like I'm taking an exit here. We'll see what Tim says.
Keep right, then take the exit right. Take the exit right.
Speed limit drops to 70. That's already our speed, so we're good to go. Might drop to 11th gear here, yes. Oh, so other things I should note about this profile. We're driving with realistic fuel consumption on, air brake simulation, fatigue simulation, truck and trailer stability and spring tension set to low. Brake intensity is set pretty low. So we're really trying to make this about as real of an experience as you can get on Eurotruck. Given that we're playing on, pretty much we're on the road by ourselves on day 1, which is not how real truck driving works. Really, we'd have a co-driver, a trainer, really. Pretty much when you, at least in the States, when you become a truck driver, you go out on the road with somebody else for a certain number of hours. I think it's usually about a month you have to do that minimum, where you're driving with somebody, and they are kind of dealing with a bit of a hardship to have a co-pilot, especially a new co-pilot like yourself. So you end up making less money because you're also paying the co-pilot for his time. So he or she is going to make all the money they normally would driving, plus I think a little bit of your money. So the first few months as a truck driver are pretty rough. Whereas in this, we're driving a nice new MAN TGX with a Woody wagon interior. I'm not sure where this came from. I thought I got rid of it when I made this profile. I thought I got rid of the mod that was causing this, but I'll have to track it down. But yeah, aside from the fact that we're driving super nice trucks by ourselves at the beginning, and that we get paid $6,000 for what is going to amount to about a half an hour's worth of driving, that's not realistic. But other than that, I have full traffic violations on. We're using an H pattern shifter, clutch, transmission behavior is set to advanced. So you know, pretty much every challenge we could take on with this is being undertaken. There is a mod they make called Hard Economies, I think it's called, and that slows down your money and EXP rate dramatically, and I kind of think that would make for a boring video. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I kind of think so, and I'm actually, I can attest to that because I am playing on American Truck Simulator with that mod, and I have a totally, like, kind of my pride and joy profile that I'm the proudest of. It's a profile on that game where I'm using the Hard Economies mod, and you make really low levels of EXP and money, and I've done over 100 jobs, probably 115, 120 something jobs on that. Oh, I don't need to be over. And I only have one truck. It's not paid off, and it's nothing special. It's like a Peterbilt day cab, stock one that comes with Eurotruck. I didn't want to get a really cheap mod, because that's kind of cheating. You're not going to buy a really nice Viper's 389 truck for $39,000 or whatever you can get it for. You can only, yeah, you wouldn't really be able to afford something that in real life. So I waited. I didn't wait. I took out a big loan and bought a Peterbilt stock SCS version, which is kind of ridiculous in itself because nobody would give a brand new truck driver a loan that big to buy a truck. But somebody on that profile did, and we're paying it off every day. And I actually notice every time it's paid because $1,000 on that profile is a lot. So every day around noon, I know I'm going to lose some money. And on that profile, like I drive through the night. I really try to take advantage of every moment of driving time because that pretty much augments my income for the day. And every day I can make more money, the more it helps me recover from that $1,300 blow that I have from having to pay back my loans for my truck. So that's kind of my pride and joy profile. Fines and violations really hurt on that profile. If you're doing a 20-hour trip, only making $3,000, and you get a $900 fine, ooh, that one hurts. That's like a third of your money for still all the time you spent driving, plus the gas, plus the wear and tear on your truck. So that, I think that would be really boring to watch on this channel because we would, you know, it would be forever till we bought a truck, and we sure as hell would probably only buy one truck. It's just so slow going on that I think it'd be a little bit boring to watch. But if this profile takes off and you guys say like, hey, that would actually be cool, I'll do it. Or maybe, you know what I might do is do some videos on ATS. Actually do 1 or 2 videos on ATS on that profile so you can see the game and how I drive and how I try to make it worthwhile. I just try to maximize efficiency with that. And, if it's entertaining, then maybe I will do that on ATS, or maybe I'll just start making videos all the time on ATS. I'm not sure. We'll see where the YouTube algorithms take us. This has been a hella long first trip. How close am I? Hour and 13 minutes, and something is amiss with the traffic. Oh, it's a merge. You know how the AI is with those. I'm sorry. Thought the camper van in front of me was going to hold me up, but then as soon as the speed limit went up, he was gone. Time is it? I don't think I have a way to see. Oh, no, it's 15:21. That is 3:21 to Americans. I was curious about sunset. I think we're probably going to get a sweet Naturalux sunset on our next drive. Even though I've had Naturalux for probably 6-7 months now, I still get excited. Pretty much every sunset. Oh, come on, Mini Cooper behind me. I started slowing down early so you could get by me, but I'm hoping they'll give us 2 lanes for the easy pass here. That's what we call it in America. It looks like it's called the telepass here. So, those of you with a keen eye... Ooh, I went to first gear when I wanted 8th. That would have wrecked my truck in real life. How was it for us? 0% damage, alright. But, yeah, one thing you may have noticed is that I have no edge of map barriers and also no floating icons, no little green icons anywhere. And that is because I'm using the Immersive Simples Extreme mod. Hold up. 70, okay. I'm good. But yeah, that is just to bring up the immersion of the game. We never want to see any kind of edge of map barriers. Those are kind of lame. And somebody who's been playing as long as I have, you could have gone, buddy. Somebody who's been playing as long as I have should know where all that stuff is, give or take a few inches, which sometimes I look clumsy and have to back up to pick up a load from a depot or something.
Take the exit right.
Here's a thing to note, though.
Take the exit right.
A new feature has been added since I started playing with this
Go
mod.
straight on.
And I don't know where the points are. So when we do border crossings, particularly in Eastern Europe, I'm going to look a little silly trying to figure out where I need to be. Just a heads up. I've done some, I wouldn't call them test videos, but I would say I mean, you could argue they're test videos, but I made some short recordings, pretty much testing out graphics settings and stuff. What is that sound? Is that another jet? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, testing out recording, mods, making sure we weren't going to have crashes, but the funny thing is, when I get to those border crossings in Eastern Europe, I look like such a fool. I guess you have to get a lot closer to the little wooden stick in front of you than I would think. And I look silly. I'll just say that. I don't expect to have to get that close.
Keep right.
But I often,
take the exit right.
pretty much every time I've ever tried to do it, I have to back up. So it looks pretty ridiculous. Hopefully,
Take the exit right.
hopefully I've had enough practice now that I can do it for you on the first try in a video. Because remember, border crossings, especially like the kind where they check your papers and all that stuff and search your vehicle, like those are very new. And I never got used to where those locations were before I played with Immersive Simples.
Go straight on.
So, forgive me on that. In fact, just laugh with me because I will be a clown, but... Oh, so another thing to note is, on this profile, as I said, I'm trying to make it as realistic as possible, so we're really trying to avoid fines and never have a fine. We'll see how long I can keep that going. But that's going to require me to always be looking on the road for various signs and speed limits. Speed limits is really all I'm terribly worried about. You know, I'd like to be on the correct side of the road all the time if I can swing that, but yeah, I'd like to go find free and also never take out any loans for a truck or anything else. I'd like to make all my money
Go around the roundabout.
myself.
First exit. Take the exit.
So we'll see if I can make that work.
Turn left.
I might change up the GPS voice. It sounded great in the previews, but he's a little raspy in the game.
Right turn ahead.
Why do I keep doing that? Anyway, here we are dropping off at ExoMar for our first trip with the famous YouTube profile.
Turn right.
And I just noticed even my my mirror is wood. This wood is tacky. I'm sorry. This is the first
You have
first
reached
video
your
on the channel.
destination.
Oh wait. Why do I have to check here? Why don't I just have to drop off? I think I forgot to turn off the parking dialogue. I'm confused. What do I do here? I've never seen this. I always do the advanced parking, but yeah, it would appear that I'm confused. Why am I? There we go. I'm confused on why I was seeing that flag. I will fix that setting so we never have to do that again, because I always do the advanced parking. Because anything else is boring. But yeah, we should have no trouble parking her right here. The only thing I don't like about these trailers actually is that they're so short that they're more difficult than standard size trailers. I absolutely hate these things because if you even start thinking about going the wrong way, the trailer is miles away from you. But as soon as those back cones are green, that's how you can tell we're in. So at the end of these, I always try to do the, well, lights off. I think 1, 2, 3, that's off. And I think we're good to go. So I'll drop the trailer and we'll get our first load in the books. This one's so long that I bet we'll be a level 1, if not level 2 after this. Let's see. Yeah, halfway to level 2. So we're going to get a skill point. And I'm still not entirely... Oh, we probably get a garage first, actually. Probably get a loading screen to start. But yeah, we'll get that garage. Glorious, isn't it? This is my headquarters. Pretty basic garages may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, I've not got anything to park there yet, so there are no trucks in sight. I see a bus, though. I see a little box truck. But once you've earned enough money and bought a truck, you'll be able to move in the world freely and run your own business from here. But until then, I'm a sucker. Good luck. But here's our screen. We are the famous YouTuber. We're driving for YouTube algorithms, hoping they bless us with views and likes and comments and all the good stuff that you can get from YouTube. So let's check out the world map, see where we just went. Ooh, that was a long one. From Bari all the way to Rome, and we already discovered 0.28% of the map. But look at the map, guys. ProMods, oh my god. So as I was saying with the tour, we're probably going to continue on from Rome and try to get up to this area. And if I can't get anything I like from Rome, I'll probably go from Naples and cut across this new island, because I hear that new island's great. We'll go as deep in Spain as we can get, but we might have to just go from like Barcelona, and then we're going to work our way up the coast. Going to hit Britain, go through Britain, maybe even hit Ireland if I can. Come back up through Britain, hit Iceland, and then Iceland is actually deceptively large, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go through half of Iceland. That'd be pretty cool. And then I'll come back. I guess we're going to skip this part of Europe, unfortunately, but I will try to hit like this area, and then we'll work our way up through Norway, maybe all the way up here, back down. We'll try to work the eastern side of this. St. Petersburg will hit Russia. We'll come down through here, and then I'm hoping by the time we get down here, we'll get the new DLC back, because I think the new DLC would fill in a lot of this area from SES. I think ProMods right now kind of blocks this out. Oh wait, we got this too, so I guess I'll be skipping down here to Eastern. What is this? The Middle East. Middle East Truck Simulator. We better own a vintage Volvo by the time we get there, but no, I doubt it. Anyway. This has been the first episode with the famous YouTuber. I appreciate you watching, coming with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that notification button. You know all the things everybody says. I'm going to say them too, but probably not in this video. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.